Today's a very exciting day. I'm with Steve again. We have come to this expo. It's called Fully Charged Live, and I think they do it all over the country, maybe all over the world, I don't know. But it's an electric car show. We're going to be seeing a lot of new electric cars, maybe some prototypes, meeting some cool brands. I'm very excited.
Mate, you forgot the most important part.
What?
Today's your birthday.
Oh yeah, and it's my birthday.
Yeah.
It's my 40th birthday. So, oh, and also today Neo is 10 days old. So it's a bit sad that I'm ducking away for a few hours, but it feels amazing to be a dad. And yeah, I'm just very excited about everything right now. So we're going to try and find the entrance. I don't know how we get in.
Yeah, I don't know how to get
that
in.
Way?
Actually.
That way?
Yeah, I presume so.
So when I was a kid, the first like 3 or 4 cars my parents owned when I was growing up were Citroen 2CVs. And this is a Citroen 2CV if you don't know. And it feels very nostalgic seeing these, and it makes me very excited. I know I need to finish the Beetle project first, but I feel like maybe next year I might try and convert a Citroen 2CV because I love these cars. I'll show you a picture here of me and my sister and mum with one of our 2CVs. Check it out. We just bumped into Moggy.
You can't miss me with this jacket.
I know. So already I've seen so many cool cars, but we're going to go and check another Beetle out just to get some inspiration for
It'll be the highlight of the show.
the build. It's fun though, isn't it, seeing what other people are up to around the country and
Always,
the little
yes.
builds. And
our little industry has grown into a fairly big industry now of converters, which is good to see. So.
yeah, love this. Okay, this is Callum. He's got a self-converted electric Beetle. He's going to show us around quickly.
So I've tried very hard to keep it as clean,
Lovely.
as smooth and stuff inside. Minimal wiring, none of the rat's nest you see, you know.
In my build.
So these were rescued from a 1984 911 Carrera. These are tombstone seats, but they didn't look like this. We got them retrimmed. So I've put a little computer screen in here.
Oh wow.
And so we'll get your state of charge, times up. I haven't finished with this yet, so there's other things to do, but I can change it. So I've got city amps and voltage. Right, get my gubbins out of here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot more luggage space, isn't it?
You've got more luggage space. Your traditional Beetle, I don't think you're really going to fit much in here once you've done the conversion.
I appreciate Callum showing me his Beetle. I am very inspired. I'm going to need Steve's help getting the detail down though, because I probably haven't got that kind of attention to detail, but it's been cool just seeing what Callum's done with this. And we should stay in touch, and I'll send you some photos, might ask some advice on some little bits. Obviously Moggy is over in Wales, and that's where me and Steve did our course and saw his workshop and stuff. But we found another company, randomly stumbled across them, that are right near us in Brighton in Lewis, called Electric Car Converts. So they have a stall here. They actually got us in today. We're going to be doing some stuff with them because Wales is really far. This is Barnaby. We met in Lewis at their workshop a couple of weeks ago. Show us what you got here today.
So this is a Tesla-powered Range Rover, I suppose. You can see batteries up the front here. So that's 55 kilowatts, good for 150 miles of range, same as like a Model 3 in terms of battery size.
Nice.
It's got one of these underneath, which is a Tesla Model 3 motor. So this thing is pretty fancy, 300 odd horsepower. It makes this thing go 0 to 60 faster than you really want to. But it's literally just been finished. We genuinely finished it yesterday.
And because these guys are closer to us, just down the road, I'm going to enlist a little bit of help when I'm building my Beetle.
Yeah.
Barnaby's going to help source some of the motor, probably a bunch of the other kit as well. Yeah, we'll be
Many wiring questions.
Yeah, lots of wiring questions, I'm sure. And then we're trying to persuade Steve to do his Range Rover. Steve's got a lovely refurbed Range Rover. This is similar to mine. Kind of makes me miss the Volkswagen. I love it. Wow, there's so much more going on in the back.
Oh yeah, of course, because this is like really similar to yours.
Mine's empty. I've got
Yours
my
is
batteries.
here.
I got mine mounted up there, but the motor's just here. Yeah, it's there. But wow, there's so much more going on back here. Obviously, this is like a new space for me, the whole kind of electric car scene. Moggy's a bit of a veteran. He's going to introduce us to some of the fully charged crew.
Jack, hopefully,
Jack, he's one of the presenters. I think I've seen him in a bunch of the videos and
he's the
stuff.
same height as you as well, so you can talk eye to eye.
How are you finding it, Steve?
It's great, yeah. I think it's I didn't realise how big it was.
Yeah.
Lots of different people doing it, which is interesting.
I'm guessing it just gets bigger and bigger every year because it's, so many people, all the big major car brands are releasing their electric vehicles, and it's a huge industry now. Okay, so I'm very new to this cold electric car space. I converted my own van a couple of years ago, like a classic 1973 Volkswagen van, about to do a Beetle. But I have been watching the videos, fully charged videos, and I've got more and more into learning and wanting to learn about the electric space. A lot of my audience have been on that journey with me. But I wanted to ask you today, Jack, he does a lot of the presenting and car reviews on the fully charged YouTube channel, which I'll link below. You need to check out.
And also, you don't get to say that you're new to this if you built your own EV, by the way. That's
Maybe, but
you're definitely better at it than me off the back of that.
True, yeah, but I'd say my channel's more of an adventure travel channel and less like electric vehicles. I guess one question I thought would be interesting to ask you is, what is most exciting to you right now in this space?
Big picture?
Big picture, and if there's any specific brands or projects or vehicles that have come out recently.
So I can kind of answer the two in one, and it's micro cars. I live in London, I'm from there, and I'm absolutely sick of gigantic 2.5 ton, 3 ton SUVs clogging up our roads. They're way too dangerous, they create traffic, it's not good for anyone. And I don't know how we arrived at this point, but it's completely insane that we have one person driving a 3 ton, 5 metre long vehicle in a city. It makes no sense at all. So the thing I really love about this energy transition is an opportunity not just to get off petrol and get into electric, but actually stop and think about the modes of transport that we use and whether they are suitable for what we're using them for. Which is to say, if you live in a city, 99% of your driving is the school run and the supermarket, do you even need your own car? Could you make do with a nice little micro car or a cargo bike? And then rent a car for that one day of the year where you drive to France to go on holiday. So I love the idea of kind of shrinking down vehicles, and ultimately this is all in the name of making cities better for pedestrians. I want the pedestrian to reclaim cities. You go somewhere like Oslo, where they basically de-card the city centre simply by just removing all the parking spots, so you just can't park anywhere. And what you end up with is giant pavements, bikes, cargo bikes, all sorts of funky silent electric vehicles zooming around. It's a totally different experience. We're so used to inhaling fumes, having to jump out the way of cars, that you just think that's what city life should be like. But it doesn't have to be that way. So that's the hill that I'm ready to die on as far as this energy transition. While we're doing this, could we also just shrink everything down a bit and make cities a bit nicer?
Yeah, and I think it's probably easier to persuade people in Europe that versus the US, because I lived there for a few years and everyone wants electric Hummers and...
I suppose the difference, they love their big cars there, and the country's built for it as well. So they have the big roads, and they got everything's 2 lanes of traffic or 8 lanes, as you know. So it's sort of less of an issue there. It's a city like London, it was designed for horses, not for gigantic SUVs. So it just fundamentally, it's not a good fit.
Are there any specific cars, models, or things that have come out recently that have excited you in this kind of micro car
There's
space?
something outside called the Microlino, which is the design of it is based on a BMW Isetta bubble car from the 1970s. So the front of it is the door. You just step right out. You drive it nose first into the parking space, and you step out onto the curb. Room for 2 if you really like each other. It's got no sound system. It's just a Bluetooth speaker that plugs into the car. It's super simple, really stylish. Also so fun to drive. You make cars smaller and lighter, all of a sudden the road feels like a racetrack. It's fantastic.
We'll have to check that out. Cool, well, thanks man.
Thanks for your time, dude.
Yeah. Good to meet you. We're checking out a new car. Tell us about your car.
So this is the Munro Mark 1. It is possibly the world's most capable EV 4x4. It is designed for agricultural means, utilitarian sort of purposes. It's designed to go into the harshest environments and basically conquer any terrain that you could possibly get to. So think about mountain rescue, mining, quarrying, farms.
You think this is more capable than the Rivian?
I think it should be.
Wow.
I think it would be interesting to test it, obviously.
It would be, what are the specs?
So the utility, which is this one, is 61 kilowatt battery, and that will get you a range of around about 140 miles. But you can spec that all the way up with a more powerful motor as well, which will be the performance version, and that will get you a range of around about 190 miles, and that will be with towing of 3,500 kilos. They all come with fast charging. Yeah, that's
amazing.
That's it.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I've been excited to check out one of these. This is the VW id.buzz. This is basically the new version of the classic like T2 bay window van or the split screen. This is like the rethink for the 2020s. Let's check it out. Ooh, definitely got the comfort of a nice modern car. This expo is right next to the Farnborough airfield, so there's like jets taking off every 5 minutes. Anyway, it's nice. It feels like a really modern people carrier, like rather than a camper van. And obviously this is a people carrier because of this layout, but I feel like you could convert the back of this, or maybe the seats lay completely flat and you could actually have it as like a camper van.
Yeah, it definitely does feel more people carrier than camper.
It doesn't have that kind of iconic look, in my opinion. But I've seen some reviews. I think it's relatively affordable and I think it's fun. I think I would actually have one of these.
I think it's just a normal car.
I think as a normal run-around car, I think this would be fun, especially as the family's growing, you go on little trips with all your kids' mates.
When you're picking up furniture from Facebook Marketplace.
Picking up furniture. I could definitely rock one of these for sure, but I just don't think it quite measures up to the iconicness of like the split screen camper van, the T2, even the T3, like the 80s ones. I feel like they need to come up with another version that's a bit more iconic. But I'm sure like the actual tech specs and like the comfort and speed and all of that's amazing. But hopefully one day we'll get to take this for a little test drive.
Ready? Watch this. Yeah? Yeah. Boom. We're going to Rome, Louis. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We've got to get the babies though. Let's go! We've got to get the babies though.
Yeah,
and the wives.
This is a good challenge. How are we getting the doors open?
Press it. Wave your hands.
This is interesting.
I think you need the key, bro.
Oh, do you think it pops open?
Yeah. Voice command, voice command.
Open the door.
You have to say, door open.
I can't remember the brand name. How do we get in, man?
Ahera.
Ahera.
Door open.
Aira. It's Aira. Is it Aira?
Ahera.
Oi.
He-Man.
Oh, you know why, Louis? It's a concept. Look inside. It's cardboard.
There's nothing in there.
It's cardboard. For people that know about Porsche and Lamborghini, I feel like this is an in-between of a Panamera Turbo with the big back and a Urus. It's like a stretched out version of a Urus. I really like this. I didn't know Lotus did this car. I don't know what model it is.
Okay, you have to say one car
This guy?
today. That's the guy.
Ooh.
From in here. Rivian, no?
Maybe, but then I do really like this. Probably this.
Really?
Yeah, probably this.
We found the little bubble car that Jack was talking about, so we're going to check it out. Should we both get in?
See if we can both get in.
It opens at the front.
Enough room for me?
Wait, this is, bro, get
Yeah?
in, bro. We are going home in this. Bro, this is
Oh,
not
loads
too
of
bad.
room. Loads of room.
I am not, and then you just close it like this, yeah?
Yeah. Which fingers? Plenty of space.
Wait, this is-
Let's go, Louis. Let's go.
There's the horn. Oh, this is so good.
This is you, bro.
I like this. Bro, it's
This is
pretty,
perfect for Brighton.
Also, if I need to stretch up, I can just open the sunroof and then I can. Or you can drive like that, ready? This is so good. It's got heat.
I have a question. Is this related to Micro, the brand, like with the scooters?
Absolutely.
Is
yeah.
it? Wow.
Yeah,
I thought the brand was the same. Wow. So you're going into the little town
We're
cars?
going into micro-mobility, but 4 wheels now.
Yeah, wow. Amazing. Very
okay.
fun. Love the concept of it.
Thanks.
I've got some questions to ask you. Let's open up.
Absolutely. Wait, I open for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought it'd be fun to interview inside the, what's this called?
The Microlino. It's
The
called.
Microlino?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Merlin.
Merlin. Merlin works for Microlino.
Microlino. Yeah, I'm one of the co-founders.
Oh,
together
congratulations.
With my brother. And yeah, you're sitting in one of the production cars.
Wow.
And,
Tell us a bit about the Microlino. How did you come up with the concept, some of the specs? What's your dream?
So let's say the idea was really to create a new kind of like category, a new car, and you can sort of say it's the iPad of the mobility world. So it's neither a smartphone nor a laptop, or neither a motorbike nor a car, but it really sits in between, and it should really it's made for the daily distances, right? Because on average, people drive in a car for like 30 miles or less. and also the average speeds are around that. And so we said, actually, the average car is over-engineered. We wanted to bring a solution that is more sustainable and more smart.
I like it. Yeah, and then you're not. A normal car is like over double the size of this, triple the size of this. Right?
Also weight-wise, so this also makes a huge difference. So the Microlino weighs only about 500 kilograms. So yeah, that makes it super sustainable. On 100 kilometers, you use around 7 kilowatt hours of battery. So,
wow, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, I can't wait to take one of these for a test drive.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd
It
love
will
to
stay
in
here for a few more months. So if you want to have a test, let me know.
Yeah, and then when are you bringing this vehicle to the UK?
So currently we're selling in Switzerland, Germany and Belgium.
Okay.
And in the UK we are planning to launch towards the end of this year.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to see them on the road, give it a little test drive. Me and Steve will take it around.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man. Good
Around
to meet
London.
you.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. Thanks.
Well, unfortunately, we've come to the end of our visit to this pretty amazing expo. Like, I kind of wish we could stay a couple of days, but obviously we've got other things to do. Something I didn't mention was we just met with the team from On2, and they offer a subscription service to multiple electric cars. Whatever is in your price range, you pay a monthly amount, it covers the insurance. It's a really cool alternative to like car ownership, and we have been using them since we've moved to Brighton. And the car that I've been driving around, the Peugeot E 2008, has been really fun. Me and Steve drove it all the way to Wales.
That was its first trip.
Yeah, so this is the car that we drove over here today. It's been amazing having this available, obviously, with the new baby, put the car seat in the back. It's been great to run around town, have some little adventures. And I'll link more below if you want to look into On2. They have like a whole range. This is kind of mid-range. They have cheap options. They go all the way up to like the higher spec electric cars. But this has been an amazing kind of first experience into actually driving around like a modern electric car. I didn't like convert myself, and I've really, really enjoyed it.
Also, I think the good thing for you about that, this is month to month. It's not like you're tied into a long contract, is it?
Exactly, because when I first arrived, I was like, we need to kind of put down a huge amount of money. We need to pick. I was a little bit stressed out, like trying to figure out, okay, what is the electric car we need? The great thing with this is if you wanted to, you could try different electric cars each month to find what works for you. And then instead of having to purchase one, you're just paying monthly. It's pretty amazing. I think for a lot of people, this would suit their lifestyle. So anyway, I'll link it below. I've got like a little code that you can put in that will get you a discount. And yeah, we'll have this for a little bit longer, some more adventures. Yeah, I'm excited by today. What was your takeaway from today?
No, I just think that space is really exciting. I think people are innovating and putting out new things. I think to go and see that like in a physical space is great, isn't it? You get to be up and close, personal chat to the people that are kind of behind the projects and stuff. Yeah, it's just exciting, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we're planning a little collab with Fully Charged, the YouTube channel, do something there, chat to a few fun brands today. And yeah, I'm just excited about this space as well. I think a lot of the content, especially this year, as I'm a bit less mobile, traveling around the world, UK based, we'll be having some fun with EVs. So, right, I'll catch you in the next video. Hopefully we'll be well underway on the Beetle. That'll be a really fun series. If you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Join me on this fun adventure as I convert my 1970s Beetle to electric. Peace.